Delicious. Yeah, brah. Welcome back to the show. I'm John.
I'm Brittany.
And this is...
Random Rewind.
What are we doing today?
Ooh, we're doing stuff today.
I have a Matchbox car in my hands.
Matchbox?
Why do I have a Matchbox car in my hands?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
Because we're talking about our childhood toys.
Toys from the past.
Yeah, exactly. All the random crap we played with when we were little, up until maybe like teenagers.
And this is gonna be fun because I guarantee you we're not gonna have any matching toys.
Probably very, very,
I don't know if you were playing.
few or not at all.
If I was, no, you know what though?
What?
I think we'll hit on board games because you played Battleship.
Yeah.
I played Battleship.
Battleship.
Too.
We did Monopoly. Then we took a trip when I was 14 to Canada to go visit cousins. And they had a French version of a game we had played one time here called Hotels, which is just like Monopoly, but you're building great big hotels. So it came with really cool hotel models.
You could like kind of like stack them up.
Yeah, so it had this cool like trip around this beachy island, and it was really fucking fun.
And it's only in Canada?
No, I think they had it here too, but it was a Canadian version of it.
It's Canadian.
Yeah, so
Canadian
my parents.
hotels.
Yeah, so my parents bought it for us, and it was pretty cool.
Did you win?
A lot, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
build it up.
It's not like Monopoly, so it's a lot shorter of a game.
Oh, so you don't have to do it for 40 years?
Yeah, exactly. It only took like 4 or 5 hours.
I don't know if I've ever finished a game of Monopoly. I don't know how to win Monopoly because
gets boring.
I never got to the point of
Right.
winning. We I go around twice and we're like, meh.
You know, I don't know if I've ever finished a game either.
That's a tough one.
It just gets really fucking tedious. I have played a full game of Risk before, though.
Okay, well, that's different.
Holy shit. Talk about days of fucking gameplay.
I was going to say, that's more, I don't know, to me, I feel like that's more fun because it's more, there's just more going on.
It's all strategic. You're not just big man with a lot of money and just wiping the table with everybody.
Just taking everybody out.
Like playing capitalism for fucking a board game.
But I want to know, has anybody finished a game of Monopoly?
I'm sure.
I don't know.
I'm sure.
I
personally don't know anybody that's finished a game of Monopoly or has never gloated about such.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've never met anyone.
Have you finished a game of Monopoly before? And if so, how long did it take? I'm curious.
Nice to meet you because I've never met anyone who's finished Monopoly before.
Yeah. And how old were you?
Yeah.
When you played this game, was it just last week or were you like fucking 10?
Was it last week? I played Monopoly Junior with the kids because you only have to go around the board
Monopoly
once.
Junior?
You just go around the board once. You have to buy whatever you land on, and it's cute. Is
it the same game?
Kind of. It's a little bit smaller, and you have to buy it no matter what. It's like $1 to $2.
So whatever you land on, you're required to purchase.
Yeah, there's no railroads. There's no electric company. There's no taxes.
It's just who has the most at the end of the round is the winner? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Or it's like pretty much whoever like bought the whole board up.
Yeah.
I like that one. I finished Monopoly Junior.
Okay. I can see that being an easy task. How many times have you beat Monopoly Junior?
45.
Specifically 45.
Exactly 45. 45. No, I have no idea. But it's an easier game to play than regular Monopoly, especially with a 5-year-old.
If you were to go back in time, fucking way back in the day, when you were very, 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 very little, what is the first thing you can recall either playing with or playing?
Oh, Fisher-Price Little People.
What the fuck is Fisher-Price
Little People? You never played with little people? Oh my gosh. So they're these little peg people. Now they're fatter because when I was playing with them, they were skinny and kids could probably swallow them, so they changed it up. Like when I had kids, they were like thicker, but they were just little like pegs, and it was like a circle, and you could you set them in the car in a little circle, and I had like a car garage. I think I had a farm.
Is it like the Playmobil of today?
Maybe Playmobil. Maybe that's like its competition. I did Fisher Price ones.
Yeah.
And that's the ones I remember the most. But that was my go-to. I played People. I loved those little peggy things. I'm like tiki. I can't believe I've never seen it.
No, I'm sure I have. I just
feel
don't
like
recall.
If you saw it,
I have fucking smooth brain though. So
I know. I feel like if you saw it, you'd be like, yeah, that's what it is. Like, oh, okay, I remember that.
Probably.
I told you we're not gonna hit on anything to say, but that's my number one. I'm talking like. When I look back,
child,
like maybe 4 or 5, I spent time in my room. That's what I was doing.
Got it.
I was playing Little People. That was my go-to.
Yeah.
There's other things.
I'm sure.
But
that's the one that you recall.
That's my number one. What's your number one? Recalled.
So.
Childhood toy.
I don't know which came first, and I don't know which one I played with first because I'm an old fart. So. I know we played with Lincoln Logs.
Oh my god! Yeah. Fucking Lincoln Logs were the best.
And the other one was Legos. We had a lot of Legos.
Oh, Legos, yeah.
See, I don't remember. So our kids had the great big fucking Legos, and then the Duplos, and then the regular standard. These guys, the regular Legos, right? There's a Minecraft Lego, obviously a lot newer than back then. But I don't remember which one I played with first. I only remember the little Legos.
Legos.
Yeah, I remember building quite a few fucking sets of Legos.
Did you have just regular blocks? Did you ever do just old school block buildings?
So we had sets. So we'd have the first set I got was this space set from. It wasn't. They didn't all have
I was gonna say, was it Lego or?
It was Lego. But it wasn't so now Lego has Lego City and Lego Space and Lego Chima and Lego all the other shit.
Lego's got a whole aisle in the grocery or
Target,
in the toy store.
Yeah. They have 2 aisles now.
To what?
Yeah, almost an aisle and a half. Yeah,
Jeez.
that goes one side and the other side is the more obscure stuff, the stuff you put up museum style stuff.
Oh, okay.
The architecture stuff.
When you go in and it's
right.
The Millennium Falcon, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, this stuff here,
$800.
This I'm not gonna open. It's Women in Science, right? I thought it was really fucking cool, and I bought it forever ago.
Yeah.
And it was the same time that the set for Big Bang Theory came out.
Okay.
But it couldn't find Big Bang Theory, and I saw this sitting there. I'm like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, that's close enough.
I'm like, I'm gonna fucking get that. I'm never gonna fucking open it because I think it's fucking unique, and I've not seen it since. So,
Are you collecting it, or you just think it's cool and you
never want to open it? So I have random, you can see up there, right? All that stuff is new. New, old stock.
I was going to say new, old.
New, old.
It's just not untouched.
Yeah, 1980s. It's just untouched and sealed. For me, it's just collectible because I'm never going to build those models up there. No. I'm never going to play with those toys up there. They're just for me to look at and enjoy. But I'll probably open this and eventually build this, quite honestly.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
I know, it's that weird thing where it's even with remember Beanie Babies, you can't take the tag off.
Oh, yeah. We still have Beanie Babies with fucking tags on them.
The second I had my kid and I gave her my Beanie Babies, the first thing she did was
pop.
And my heart was like, oh, whoa, you can't rip the tag off. And then I kind of sat back for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Have I just been told this? You know what I'm saying? Of course you can take the tag off.
There are so many far and few between that actually have value versus the ones that don't.
Yeah,
it doesn't fucking matter.
But that's what we were told.
That's what we were told. Don't rip the fucking tag off.
The Beanie Baby epidemic was insane.
Oh, it was nuts.
I mean, it was I can't believe that's
we probably had a fucking giant basket of these fucking things.
And just everywhere.
Yeah, we'd see it let's get this one. I've never seen this one before.
I had maybe 3 or 4. I wasn't a collector, but my best friend was.
Yeah, I wasn't a collector, but this was for the kids when the kids were little because we didn't have them when we were little.
Oh, I was little when I had them. Yeah, I was a kid, so it's my best friend though. She was. I mean, just this room just filled with Beanie Babies. I'm
wow.
But it's what do you do now?
I don't know. You give them
now
away.
What? It's I feel like everyone who invested in it thinking it was going to be big, you either had to sell it at its hype or it's just too late now.
Just kind of what took off in the last 5 years or so is the pops. The vinyl pops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I opened mine.
Funko
Pops, right? So we went to go visit the Funko factory down in
was it fun?
In Washington. Yeah, it was fucking cool actually.
Oh, I didn't even know
massive.
There's a factory you could go to.
It's a factory store, right? So they have this full-on giant store. And it was really fucking cool. We went there and bought a bunch of stuff. And the kids have had them on their shelves for the longest time, right? They look really fucking cool up there. They're like, I don't want to open it. I'm never going to play with it. I bought a Hannibal from the A-Team. I'm like, I'm opening them. Yeah, same with the TARDIS I got from Doctor Who. I'll open that fucker too. I don't care.
See, mine aren't open, but then my kids will play with them in the box. They'll stack them up and stuff. And I'm like, honestly, I should just, because I have the whole Hamilton collection. I'm like, I should just open them and let them play. But I'm not going to collect them, or I don't feel like I'm a collector.
Yeah, we did for a minute, but we don't have it. We have some Harry Potter ones.
But I feel like when I collect, I'm collecting it because it's something I like, right? I got Hamilton, and I have a Willy Wonka, and I have a couple.
Because it's an interest of yours.
Because it's what I enjoy.
Right, exactly.
But I don't plan on, I don't collect to, there's people
You're not
going to
collect a whole room full of fucking Funko. Oh, yeah.
And then they turn around and this is worth
That's
X
a collector,
amount.
a true collector, an enthusiast of that.
I was going to say, I'm not a collector. I just like to
you have
gather things that I enjoy.
Exactly. No, I understand that absolutely. Because like if I saw like Transformers Funko Pops, I would probably buy one. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of I think it's fucking cool.
Because you like Transformers.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, Funko Pops I would say are the new thing, and what else came out in like back in the day that was like huge? I remember. Do you remember?
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe was huge. Did you play G.I. Joe?
I played with G.I. Joes. Yeah. Do you remember all the commercials? Did you ever see them on TV?
I'm sure,
G.I. Joe, the real American hero. And then some kid flying a fucking jet and a dude driving a tank and one shooting the other fucking
you know what, though? I got to give it credit to toy commercial makers back in the day because, man, I never, like, you would see them and you're like, this toy is incredible. Like, it does this and this and this and this. And
it's fucking, it was radical. I was working at this prop shop a few years back, right?
Uh-huh.
And this dude I was working with, his name is Michael Norman, and he's a phenomenal guy. Fucking, I love his work.
Shout out, Mike.
Hey, Michael, if you were watching, hi, I don't think he does watch any kind of YouTube though. But he used to be a toy designer, and he designed a lot of the original G.I. Joes, like Snake Eyes and shit like that. It was his hand that designed this thing. Does he have
like the original
he has a
carved
room
out
in his house of all the stuff that he's designed, and it's a room about this big, which isn't massive, but it's stuffed to the gills with toys that he designed.
Of just ones he designed. That's something to collect.
Fucking phenomenal.
If I designed toys...
Oh, I want a piece of what I designed. Hell yeah.
I would have all of them.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, I want 0001. Just like Mike created these dolls.
The stuff that he does, even to this very day. He's such a fucking unique artist. I mean, oh my God. The amount of detail he puts into things. And now he can do everything in CAD and 3D model things and 3D print. And the 3D printing looks damn near... if not better than some of the hand sculpted stuff.
But I gotta give it up.
Impressive.
I gotta give it up for those hand sculpted
stuff. No. I would never knock that. That's a skill.
Oh my gosh, like
talk about skill. It's fucking phenomenal.
Sleight of hand.
You
gotta get it perfect.
Every aspect.
Perfect. Have you seen people who do the art on the pencil tips?
Oh yeah, I have.
That's like I don't understand. Yeah. Like my eyes just couldn't even.
I mean, there's so many forms of art, so many things that people like. Somebody took sand, right, and decided, I'm gonna do art on the inside of this fucking jar by layering
sand art is so much fun.
Sand. I'm like, who the fuck thought that? Hey, this is a good idea.
No, that's a good throwback though, because I mean, for me, sand art was like a go-to.
Huge, right? And you'd see it at the museums. You're like, oh, that's fucking cool. I want one of those fucking things.
Just do not shake it.
Then you're screwed.
Over.
Then you're done. Exactly.
The end of sand art. You get all intricate, like tips over, and you're like, and you can't come back from that.
Right, exactly. It's fucking done. Yeah.
Sand art was fun.
We did a lot of puzzles too, especially like in my grandparents' house. So they didn't have any fucking toys there.
So they had
puzzles. So we would do these stupid fucking floral arrangement puzzles because we were bored out of our minds.
Grandma, can I play a puzzle, please?
Yeah, they didn't have. I mean, there was no consoles of any kind, no computer. There was no phones.
Hey, that's good for your brain.
Sure.
Good old puzzle time.
Sure. It just feels like if I look back at it, I'm like, dude, I could have been doing something way more creative.
Like drawing or.
Hey, no hate on the people that love building puzzles because there's a lot of people out there that really enjoy the whole aspect of finishing a puzzle, and then some people will frame them and hang them. And
shout out to COVID for bringing puzzles back.
Because each your own, man. Everybody's got their thing.
But I didn't do a puzzle until COVID, and then people were passing around puzzles around, and we were doing puzzles. Like,
oh wow,
yeah,
that's nuts.
It was like, what are we gonna do? Like puzzles.
We did a clean out since I'm in real estate. We did a clean out on this house, and she was a hoarder, and she had a closet full. I mean, I could probably stack them on this table right here.
Just puzzles.
Probably fucking 6 feet tall and
Holy
just
crap.
puzzles. And they were old as fuck. Ooh. Yeah, some of them were vintage. So people came in, and we did a free sale, just dumped everything. I'm like, I wasn't going to pick through it.
I do that too, though.
Figure out what was.
Here, just take it.
Just
like,
take
it's free.
So we just gave, people were ecstatic. Oh, I'm going to sell this this is worth like $50. I'm like, cool.
Oh, people do it all the time.
You come up, homie.
Yeah, no, like, good for you, because I don't want to do the work. It's the footwork. And I know people do that all the time, and like, it's dope, because they take it and they're like, I'm going to resell it for this.
No, we've done that before too.
The footwork, though, involved
it's a lot of effort.
Sometimes
I don't have
if you've
patience.
had it, or if you're looking at it, sometimes you've seen it long enough and you're like, just please.
Get rid of it.
You get the profit from it.
From that same house, we had this luggage set that was from the 50s.
Ooh.
A whole set of luggage. Keys were in it.
All brand new.
All brand new. The keys were fucking in it, and it was all original, like, Samsonite stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was Samsonite. Fuck, I don't remember the
From
brand.
the 50s?
I don't know. From the 50s. It was all white,
Dang.
and it was, like, brilliant, bright white. And the inside was still never touched. We did open one up, and I opened one of the pockets. You know how the has the ruffling inside there? the banding was so rotted that it just went. I'm gonna stop touching it now. I'll leave it to the next person.
I thought you were gonna find something cool. I got excited like you're gonna find a treasure or something.
Yeah. No, so we looked it up and they were worth like $500 or $600 for this fucking set. I'm like, okay, it's not outrageous, but so we put it up for sale for like $100. We never fucking sold it. We just gave it away to some charity.
Yeah.
I'm like tired of fucking holding on to it.
That's the thing too, is you have to find a market. Even collectors, is like you could collect this and have the collection worth $1 million, but it's not. You have to find someone who's willing to buy it. It's only worth $1 million to that
one guy or girl.
Who's willing to get that thing.
Exactly.
It's a niche. If you have a niche, just like you got to find a person in that niche.
Exactly.
I don't need luggage but you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't buy luggage from 50 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had like that as a display somewhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, there's people that even like restaurants and shit, they'll like
put it up and like turn it
into decor, like or turn it into art.
And that's the only thing you can really use it for. You couldn't use it for physical luggage.
You couldn't put like your clothes in there.
You would put it up for a display.
It's almost like those big trunks, like those. You remember those
the steamer trunks.
Yeah. They're just for fun. Yeah, they're just to look at.
We had one that we used for. It was really fucking cool looking. It had like wood straps, but I ended up painting it fucking green and putting military fucking stuff all over it for that brand. The T-Blitz brand was a clothing line that we did, and we did displays at conventions, and it was all military-esque.
Yeah.
So we used that to put a bunch of shirts in it and stuff, because it looked cool.
I thought you were gonna say you put your G.I. Joes in it.
G.I. Joe, I put all my G.I. Joes. No,
that's what my G.I. Joes.
My mom got rid of all that, all my figurines, G.I. Joes, my He-Man, my A-Team stuff.
Okay, there we go. He-Man, and they were all. I'm sorry, they're not. They're action figures.
Dolls. I don't give a shit. Yeah.
You have to say they're action figures.
Anybody that has a hard time with that, you need to really reflect on yourself and go, it's a fucking doll. Let's be fucking honest.
Did you ever venture out into like? Did you have sisters or siblings?
I have one sister. Yeah. I have a younger sister. I play with her Barbies.
Into her stuff.
Fuck yeah. My Little Ponies. Oh fuck yeah. All the fucking time. She had a lot of.
My Little Pony is freaking the best.
Funny fucking story.
There's so many of
she
those.
Was little. She was like maybe 4 years old, right? I remember this fucking clearly. And we were in, I think it was like a Kmart or something. Remember fucking Kmart?
Yes, I remember Kmart.
I think ours closed here like 6-7 years ago.
We don't have one anymore.
No, we don't have one anymore. Anyway, so we're in a fucking Kmart where my mom was doing shopping, and we're about halfway fucking to the car, and in her hand is this little fucking My Little Pony. She had fucking stolen it, but she didn't realize she stole it. She was just walked out of the fucking store with it. My mom flipped her shit. We gotta take it fucking back. And my dad's like, let's just go.
Yeah.
So she had to keep it. I play with that little. I don't remember the name of it. It was a purple My Little Pony.
Do you think she remembers?
I remember.
Or every time you saw it, did you think we stole this?
No, my sister walked away with this. Is what I fucking thought. But my mom made a fucking big deal out of it.
I would have made a big deal about it.
I don't know. Our kids have walked out of the store with stuff when they were little, and by the time we got to the car, I'm like, is it worth the fucking hassle? Fuck no. We'll just tell them, next time you gotta let us know before you leave the store.
Never do that again.
Yeah,
please.
Next time let us know before you leave the store with a toy so we can see if we're gonna buy it for you or not.
Yeah,
and that was it.
That was 4 is like it's so the concept of like they don't understand because they see us grabbing stuff from the shelf.
They don't realize we're paying for it.
They have
exactly.
no idea.
No
they have
clue.
No idea. It's like they'll pick it up, they'll figure it out eventually. But it's like when they're that little, it's like. So what?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
who gives a shit?
And My Little Pony, I played My Little Pony all the time. My Little Pony was so, like, I don't know, that was like a staple in, but I would take my Little Ponies and I would take my Lincoln Logs and then I would make like a whole set together. That's what I was saying. Cool. Did you ever like throw in your sister's toys? Because like we would just smorgasbord everything together and create just an ultimate play area.
Yeah,
of
so
all
we
of
never
our
had
toys.
like the great big like Castle Grayskull or anything like that. We just had like the basic little toys like the cars and whatnot. So we'd makeshift our own bases or
That's
whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
You build your own stuff up
sure.
and you kind of create your own world out of the things.
Absolutely.
But I feel like with Legos, like they'll be really specific. They'll be like, okay, like we're doing Harry Potter. So like let's we'll do Harry Potter like
so we had a bucket
figures.
Of Legos and we'll do like we would build like walls and shit like that.
But like I don't remember like maybe because we weren't huge on Legos, but I remember like Legos just being like in a huge container.
Oh yeah,
and there was really no rhyme or reason to it. It was like build whatever you want to.
Yeah.
It's like here they are, just build whatever you want.
So we would build. I remember the few sets I remember as a kid, or a space set with like this little rover and a little space base. I had like a fire
space base.
Yeah, I had a little fire station. I had a police station. And I had some little farmhouse, and they were built for the longest time. But I remember one day they were just all in pieces in a bucket. My mom had fucking torn them apart. Yeah, I'm like, I guess we'll just build whatever the fuck we want.
Did you cry?
I don't remember. I don't remember. I blocked out a lot of my childhood trauma. So.
My daughter does that all the time, and then I'll leave it out for a couple days, and then I'm like, okay, like, I know you spent a lot of time on this, but now it's like, clean it up, and it's like the end of the fucking world.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like, do not touch my work. I've worked so hard on this. Please don't. And it's like, I'll leave it until she's not.
Sure.
Until she doesn't worry about it anymore.
Right.
But your kids are older, so it's like, it makes sense that they, like,
but they
even kept them separate.
Like, we'll buy them little sets like this now because they can build them fucking quickly and they love it. And then they can display them for a bit.
And then
they get bored with it and then they'll put them away. Liam has a curio cabinet in his room full of, like, anime figurines and Lego sets. And he's like, because he has them all over his room. He loves collecting
because he wants to collect them up. Right. But I'm like, they're to the age now of like collecting toys, not really playing with toys.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it makes sense. It's like, oh, I want to display it. Because even me, I still have toys that I display, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not playing with them.
You're not going to go.
I'm not playing with my
fucking Spaceballs with what's his name.
No, I was going to say. No. I'm like, no shame. Like, no shame. And if you want to be
I don't give a shit.
Dark Helmet and play your toys, like,
fuck
all day.
You do you, man. I don't give a fuck.
Me, personally, I'm not like, I don't play them. I'm more of like, I like to look at them.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy what they are. Like, I have that freaking X-Wing up there. I just enjoy looking at it. I like the fact that it's there.
Well, it's because we're old now. And we're
that's
not
true.
kids.
That's true.
You mentioned something before about your sister.
Yeah.
You brought up literally the number one toy of my childhood, which was Barbie.
Barbie was and is still to this very fucking day fucking ginormous. And Mattel did a phenomenal job. The marketing behind Barbie, everything about it, all the negative comments of the different kinds of Barbies behind it is still great fucking advertising for them.
What do they say when it's like bad news is good news or whatever?
No bad.
No press is bad press or something like that. Yeah. Whatever, so it's like
you'll correct us in the fucking comments.
But it's like Barbie is so the only way to put it is like iconic. Like she's such an icon, and she started in the 50s.
Yeah,
was the first one. It's like it's just never stopped.
Right.
And every.
Then the Barbie cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember watching the Barbie cartoon.
They had some crazy Barbie movies. They had
the animated movies.
The animated movies. Yeah. They had.
But they are coming out with.
The newest Barbie movie with Margot Robbie
on July 21st.
Yep.
You know what's coming out the same day?
What?
Oppenheimer.
What's that?
Oppenheimer is he's the father of the nuclear bomb. So the directors got together of both these fucking shows and they came up with an ad campaign of Barbenheimer. They want you to go watch it back to back. Wait a second. Nothing to do with the other. But they want you to watch Barbie, and then they want you to watch Oppenheimer afterwards.
Is it the same production company?
No,
it's just
just these two directors happen to know each other, and then they're like, "Hey, let's do a marketing campaign so we don't lose out on one or the other."
Because they're releasing on the same date.
They're releasing on the 21st.
So you go watch Ryan Gosling
in Barbie.
And you go watch that whole Barbie scene, and then you go
watch fucking the father of the nuclear bomb.
Wow, Barbie was iconic though. I remember we had one that was pregnant, and you could take off her stomach and
I remember that.
But it was controversial. But I didn't know that until I was an adult because I played with that one all the time. I'm like, oh baby.
And I can't stand the separation of the boy section and the girl section at the Target store. I think it's fucking dumb.
Yeah,
I played with
all
Barbies when I was a fucking kid. We were just in fucking Mexico. And the people that we were with had a little boy and a little girl, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Okay.
And the little 4-year-old was still playing with his sister's fucking Barbies. And the dad gave two shits because you shouldn't.
Well, you don't say oh, you can't play with that or you can't
But
play
I
with
knew
that.
people that would say that. As a matter of fact, I think my dad must have given me a hard time at some fucking point because it's not a boy thing to do.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
No, but
honestly,
I feel
pick
that
and choose your battles. But
I think that's a stigma of just society as a whole. Especially when we were growing up.
It was pink is for girls, blue is for boys, and no, it's fucking not.
No, it's whatever you like. Whatever you like, just play with it. Honestly, it doesn't matter. If my kid goes down the aisle and picks out whatever toy they pick, it's fine.
Yeah.
The thing too is my kids like Minecraft. So it's usually you have to go to you would go to the boys section to find.
But it has nothing to do with one or the other.
It has nothing to do with one or the other.
I know so many fucking girls or women that fucking play Minecraft.
Of course they do because
or
that's
Roblox or anything else along those
It's
fucking
exactly the same thing, but they're gonna market it to boys because it's a bigger market.
Or the whole video game fucking persona in general. Oh, it's not a girl's place. A girl can't be playing this fucking. Oh, don't get me started on that shit.
But that's and that sucks too because there's a girl's ability is no different than a boy's ability when it comes to something especially video games. I understand things are,
to a certain degree.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I think that it's like, especially when it comes to video games where it's not really anything physical, like your body stature or anything like that doesn't matter.
No, it's
your mind.
All
in your mind and it's your skill.
It's how fast your brain thinks.
It's like your hand-eye coordination of like, how fast can I do this?
How fast can the thought in your head go your thumb?
Yeah.
That's it.
Exactly. So it shouldn't be tailored like boy or girl.
No.
Even this, like this new Barbie movie, do you think it's like pushed towards, I think
all day long,
I think it's pushed towards everything.
Well,
but
to a certain degree, I think it's going
to
to be more of like, oh, you have little daughters? I think you're going to go watch Barbie. Or do you have little sons? You're probably not going to take them to go watch Barbie.
I was going to say, would you take your kids? If they asked you to go,
if they asked me to go, I would take them in a heartbeat.
But would you be prompting them and be like, hey, we're going to go see Barbie? Like, I don't know. I want to go see it.
I don't know. That's a good fucking question. If my boys were the age of your girls, would I be like, hey, we're going to go watch the Barbie? You know what? I'd be like, hey, Brittany, do you guys want to go together and go watch the Barbie movie?
Are you trying to break generational stigmas by letting them know that they could watch the Barbie movie and it'd be okay?
Yeah. But I think I'd want to find somebody with daughters and go, hey, you guys want to go together and go watch
we'll go at the same time.
Right. I think so. Just like we did that with Frozen.
Yeah.
And Frozen girl's fucking movie, but it's not.
I know, but that's the thing. But we freaking went to Mario movie and it was incredible.
I took the boys to go watch Frozen. So there you go.
Yeah, so why? But there's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that.
No.
It's just
because it looks fucking interesting.
Well, it's just like with toys. It's like I'm gonna have my Barbie and I'm gonna have my Ken and I'm gonna have my G.I. Joe and I'm gonna have them all together and we're gonna create some sort of freaking Toy Story scenario that like they're gonna all be this and this is the bad guy and this is the good guy and this is this and that and it is what it is. It's really what your imagination is, but our imaginations are kind of limited to the world that we're given or perceived to.
Yeah.
So if you're told,
what did mom and dad show us?
Exactly. So
or if you don't have a mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, or whatever,
whoever
right?
was your guardian when raising you.
Your role figure, right.
If you've been told your whole life, like, oh, girls had to play this or boys had to do this, it's like, it's weird how it happens even like so young. I remember when my youngest was 3, I was like, hey, do you want to do like Taekwondo? And she's like, no, like that's for boys. Like fighting is for boys. Sure. I said, hell no, it's not for boys. Like I said,
Liam's
no.
class is half boys, half girls.
And it should be.
Yeah.
It's not. But I'm like, dang, as a 3-year-old though.
She's already thinking that.
She's already has that
because
stigma
that's
in her
what's
head.
being shoved in our faces everywhere we go.
Exactly. It's like constantly. But you know what it is? If you like what you like, you love what you love, and you hang out with it.
Well, and then that's the thing, right? You grew up with things. Like some people grow up on farms and they love fucking raising animals, right? That's their thing. They don't play with fucking toys. They raise animals.
They were raising baby pigs and shit.
Some kids grow up in areas that it's really rural and they go do a lot of fucking hunting and shooting and fishing and stuff like that, and that's their toys.
Yep.
Right. So. It doesn't matter the sex of the individual,
right? It's different no matter
Anybody's going to go with mom or dad or whomever to go do the thing that their family does.
That they do.
Right.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just like we go to arcades because that's just what we like to do.
So
it's like
we used to go to arcades a lot, and then when we went to Bend, Oregon about 5 years ago, and we want to go back up soon. They have this arcade. That's all 80s themed, right?
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So they serve beer in there for the adults, but they also serve soda and stuff for the fucking kids.
There's one like that in Temecula.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
And you pay like...
a retro arcade that's like...
And it's like, I think it's like $15 and you can play it unlimited for the whole day.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
But that's the old school arcade games. I don't like those.
I love those.
We've had this discussion
before.
we
have, but I do. I think that's... To me, that's reminiscent of what I used to play as a kid.
I was going to say that's also the childhood thing of like when you went to the arcade... it was that like the button stick. It was beat the game.
Beat the game, or beat your opponent, or whatever it is.
I mean, obviously there was a big
yours
enough gap.
Is win the toys.
It was win the toys. Like it was win the tickets. Like when I started.
Sure, it was tickets at Chuck E. Cheese or tickets at Dave and Buster's when they had those fucking things.
Exactly, and that's what I was introduced to.
I think it's disappointing now with a fucking card. I think
it's not the same.
Look, it's not because you're not getting that same joy of I won a bunch of stuff, but you don't have that fucking wad of fucking.
There's nothing better
tickets.
When you win a bonus.
That's awesome.
And the tickets
just keep
rolling
out, and you roll them up, and we have this stack of fucking.
Every kid's walking by and they're like.
That's exactly it. I think that's it. The look at me, look at the fuck I just won.
It's like, oh my, like you.
But you win on a card and you still have the same fucking card.
The card doesn't change. But you want to show your accomplishment.
Yes.
Like, no, physically holding the tickets was cool. That was a neat thing to have. But I understand, like, the card is better for the environment and it's not. But yeah, but that's the thing is, like, us leaving in that moment, us being present in that moment, it's like, our kids aren't going to understand that. Like, we'll talk about it. We can say it, right?
Yeah.
Or say they've been watching this right now. They're like, Mom, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what you mean. It's like, you're just never going to know.
Yeah. No, I think there was the Chuck E. Cheese that we had in Rancho Cucamonga still did tickets before we left. So Liam, he couldn't make up his mind at the fucking ticket thing of what to buy.
They never can.
So I'm like, tell you what. We'll go to the store, I'll buy you whatever the fuck you want. You take these tickets, you give them to whoever has the least amount in the area. So he would give them. So at this point to this very fucking day, he'll just give his tickets to whomever.
Honestly, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So
but the fact is, like, and now what you're buying him is something that he probably really wants because
versus just some random shit.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes arcade toys can be cool, but for the most part, they're not the best. They're not top quality.
No. You're
toys.
talking about dollar store stuff.
But you know how much that makes that other kid's day.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
kid has like 10 tickets, all of a sudden he has 500 or 600 tickets.
Like,
he can
what
get
the
something.
heck? I could get something bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
When I worked at Chuck E. Cheese and somebody would come up, like a little kid would come up with a ticket and it'd be like 15 and they would like hand it, because you had to feed your tickets in the thing
machine,
and then you'd come to me with a ticket that said,
yeah. How many it had, right.
So they'd hand it to me and like, oh, I have 15. I'd flip it around and be like, 51. And they'd be like, oh. And like,
super honestly, excited. Oh, that makes their fucking day, dude.
I gave out so much.
Good on you.
I gave up so much.
Because it cost you nothing. Stuff. And honestly, it cost them nothing.
We had a whole room in the back just filled. And I've never seen that room restocked when I worked. I didn't work there very long, but I've never seen it like restocked. But it's like the amount we had.
Oh, really?
It's like, there's
just crazy crap storeroom.
So much shit with Chuck E. Cheese's face on it of just like, these little toys. But I'm like, man, I'm going to make, this kid worked hard and they're so excited for their like 15 coins.
Tickets,
I'm like, no, like pick something from the wall. They'd be like, oh, sorry, Chuck E. Cheese. But I did that.
That's awesome. Good on you, dude.
I was giving, and if you're rude to me, I didn't flip it around.
You just gave them what they got.
He's like, let me have my prize, woman.
Shut the fuck up.
I swear on everything. I swear.
Like, how old was this child?
12.
Oh, he's a little shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just go silent. I'm like,
how old were you?
Oh gosh, how old was I when I worked? 19 maybe. Like, I was a kid. I was young.
That's a bullshit right there.
I was like, what the heck?
How was this child raised? Raise your kids better, Devin. Don't do that shit.
It prepared me for working in bars. I'm like, I've been dealing with assholes since Chuck E. Cheese.
That's
like,
true, huh?
I can handle drunks. Like, this is easy.
Yeah.
No, it's funny how it goes. Like, I don't know, whatever. Be nice.
Yeah.
Everybody be nice all the time.
Do you remember the Micro Machine commercials? The
dude
that spoke really fucking fast.
Yes.
So we had them.
Look how cute they are.
I know. Look at them. This is my set from when I was a kid. This is all I had. My mom did keep these in a little. I have my Star Wars lunchbox over there.
And these were
inside of the Star Wars lunchbox.
That's so cute.
I'm like, I have all these
little micro machines. I just feel like these are so like.
They're all from the. The back comes off now. Oh fuck yeah!
You
these
would
be like, this is a choking hazard.
There would be such a bit. Do they make these still?
They did start making them again, but they're really shitty quality. You can feel them, like you can crush them with your fingers.
These are adorable.
Aren't they fucking cute?
My kids are totally into miniature stuff right now, so it's like.
Oh, I got something for you then.
Ooh.
Oh shit, something we picked up from VidCon.
Ooh.
And we're gonna talk about that in the next episode.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm excited. These are so cute. They're so tiny.
I know. I love these cars. Like, these were like iconic cars, right? We see the Lamborghini freaking Countach, the Porsche 911 Targa top.
But do you prefer these or Hot Wheels? Were you a Hot Wheel person?
I love
did you have the
these
track?
Are my Hot Wheels. So we only had like launchers and stuff.
And then
we
you just like put it down and go.
We have buckets and buckets of tracks for the kids. Now.
I feel like loop-de-loop was the coolest thing.
So we just had the little,
the
little launcher that would just make them take off
and just go fast. So you'd race them. Did you have that thing where it was like the circle and the car and you squeeze the button and it like went around the track?
Yes, we did. The slot cars. We had a slot car. I had to go up the fucking wall and back down.
So much fun.
But I didn't have that until I was older. So I think we found it at a yard sale somewhere. My mom bought it. Yeah, my mom bought it for us for like, I don't know what it was, $2-3.
I don't. Ours didn't go on the wall. Ours was just like.
Because they're magnetic.
Ours circled around on the track and it was real loud. It was like.
Yeah. There was the two prongs that would touch the electricity.
Yes, that's what it was.
Were magnetic, so it would hold onto the wall. That's why they were able to go up the wall.
And you'd squeeze your little controller as hard as you could.
Because it's gonna go faster.
Because you gotta beat your brother at this game.
So when we got older, my mom took us to a hobby shop, and they sold like fucking foam tires for it.
Oh, wow.
And upgraded engines and
wow.
shit.
It's a whole
so
thing.
I took my allowance that I had, which wasn't much, and spent it all on little parts for these slot cars.
Aww.
Little bodies for them and stuff. I thought it was really fucking cool.
So you souped up your slot cars.
Yeah, that was probably the only cool thing that I ever fucking did as a fucking kid.
That was it. I feel like there's other cool things you've done.
I'm sure. That's the only thing I can remember right now.
That's the only thing. Slot cars. No,
Slot
that was so much. Like, I loved that. And that's the thing too. Is like I had a brother, so it's like I was I don't like. I'm not saying he would like play with my ponies, but it's like obviously there was things like Lincoln Logs go. Everybody loves Lincoln Logs. Like there's not one person.
Have you not played with anybody that has not played with Lincoln Logs? Raise your hand in the fucking comments.
Do you know what they are? Like, do you know what?
Do you not know what those are? What we're talking about right now?
Are you confused right now?
Yeah,
You know what Lincoln Logs are because man, they're
Lincoln
fun.
Logs. What's it called? Erector sets. Remember those? The constructs?
Yeah. That one I feel like is a little complicated.
They were very much so engineer brain
I was too little for those at the time. It was easier for me to stack up things.
Yeah, I had a small set my dad bought me because my dad was an engineer.
Yeah.
So he's like, hey, build some shit. And we did, but it was whatever. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was.
It's still cool that they had that available of like.
Oh, yeah. And they still have those today.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And I remember those commercials of like, there was one that was like a roller coaster and it like went up and came down. It's like I thought those were so cool. I never had one, but they looked awesome. They look
cool, yeah.
I should buy them now because I'm an adult.
And I have adult money. I can
have adult money.
Random shits.
Well, did you? I don't know if I read an article or what I saw, but they were saying like, like our generation now is buying more toys and stuff. But it's like, yeah, because if we have adult money now, so why would
stuff
we not?
That we couldn't get when we were kids?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't afford it?
Because we couldn't.
And now we can afford to buy whatever we want. I'm like, I'll see it. So I used to...
well, not whatever we want.
No. Well, I mean, within reason.
Toys.
Yeah, within reason, obviously. But you go into a Target and you go... I used to go to the toy section specifically because it'd be like, oh, this is fucking cool.
And now you have
this or
I was
this
going to say, you walk in and you have the ability to pick out and
whatever
choose
the
whatever
fuck
you want.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
I think
it's because
cool.
we just grew up, but now also our kids, they all have it. But what they play with now is pretty different from what I play, but also the same. Like obviously Barbie is still huge. Like both of my girls have been doing Barbie for for the whole their life pretty much. There's always been Barbies there. Little People, which you don't know what I'm talking about, still around. They play Little People.
Yeah.
My Little Ponies, that's still around. They play that.
There's people that are super into My Little Pony now. It's like a huge following right now.
Oh, Bronies?
Bronies? Oh, fuck.
That's so fun. It's fun. The new My Little Pony cartoon, though, is not the movie, but like the cartoon that came out a little bit ago. Like, it was fire. Like, when my kids wanted to watch that, I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Like that's easy to watch. Sometimes a lot
of the reboot cartoons are done okay. I think
that one was really they did really good because I don't remember. I know they had a My Little Pony cartoon, but when I was a kid, that's not what I recall. I recall the toys and playing toys, but I don't remember watching it. But it's like I don't know. They revamped the cartoon. They did a great job. It was fantastic.
So we had another toy that I only had I think 2 pieces of it. Was from not a company, but the cartoon was called Mask, and it was essentially a mix between G.I. Joe and Transformers.
Was it like Jim Carrey Mask? It's
no,
a different mask?
It's like so. It's like imagine this fucking car right here. Fucking wings would come out of it, and a fucking engine would come out the back, and it would take off like a fucking jet.
Like a Transformer?
Motorcycle, yeah, but somebody would be driving it, and it doesn't talk or anything, right? So there are these vehicles that would transform into other vehicles and jump into the water and turn into a fucking amphibious boat or submarine or a fucking jet. And they were really fucking cool. I remember those clearly, and there's a fucking commercial for it.
Masked Crusaders working overtime, fighting crime.
Yeah, I love that cartoon. And then
did you have Transformers? Do you remember those?
I did. I had Transformers. I had a.
Could you do it?
I have one piece right now that's busted to shit. But it was a big fucking jet. I can't remember his fuking name, but it's broken and is original. I do have 2 original Autobots. Not Autobots. GoBots. GoBots is like the GoBots is the knockoff Transformers. It did pretty well too.
Okay, Digimon.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I didn't have any GoBots. I only had
GoBots is
Transformers.
the VH1 to our MTV. That's
got it.
That's what the GoBots is.
That's why I've never heard of it before.
It was still a good cartoon. I liked it, and they had a lot of toys. I have that little tank right there. That's a GoBot.
GoBot.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a
I don't remember the fucking song.
It goes in. It's a bot.
Because everything had a fucking tune, right?
Oh, well, that's the best part.
Yeah.
The commercials. That's why we go back, circle back to the commercial that they made. They were insane, and they were so good, and I wanted everything. And I guess they're still doing it now because my kids run to me like, I want, but that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that, of course. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, no, not at all.
We need more toy commercials.
Fuck yeah. I want to see another fucking funny-ass Micro Machines commercial.
And we need jingles with it, too, because that makes it even better.
I think that's fantastic. I loved all the little jingles with every single...
Okay, but do you remember when Furby came out?
I do.
And how controversial it is now that, he was, listening to us and, all this stuff?
Yeah, but we have fucking Google and fucking
I don't believe
Siri.
it. I know. Yeah. It's so, but that's what I'm saying. It's so funny that we freaked out on Furby.
Yeah, but
honestly, maybe my Furby was broken, but he didn't do shit except for wake up in the middle of the night and be like. Rah, rah, rah,
but even if he did listen, who's he reporting to? It's not like they weren't connected to the internet.
There was no internet. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So he's listening to me and
what?
And what?
He's gonna murder me in my sleep? Oh, fucking well.
Murder by Furby.
Yeah, Murder by Furby. That's Murder by fucking.
That would be a good horror movie.
Was it Rexington Bear? I can't remember the name of the bear. What was that stupid bear that had the cassette in the back?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin.
I had a goose. It was
goose?
terrifying.
A goose that spoke?
Yes!
Oh, that's creepy.
I know. Literally fucking nightmares. You put the tape in it, and, it's the 80s, so you can hear all the gears, and it's like...
So it's like full-on animatronics, some fucking Five Nights at Freddy's shit.
It was, yeah. It was pre-Five Nights at Freddy's. That goose, staring at me, and of course it was right before you go to bed.
Oh, of course.
This goose staring at me talking. I guess it was Mother Goose, but...
Oh, is that what it was?
It was creepy as fuck.
Creepy fucking Mother Goose.
I don't like birds. Maybe that's why. I'm afraid of birds sometimes. It's maybe because one was literally staring at me making crazy robot noises in the middle of the night. But it was innovation at the time. It was fun. It was here, put this tape in and it'll read it for you. I know that the bear you're talking about, I can't think of his name, but it was almost in that, remember that robot voice, almost like the speak and spell.
Oh, I love the speak and spell. I thought that thing was fucking cool. And I found because we do a lot of text to speech on a lot of the gameplay videos. And I found a text-to-speech that is that voice.
That's that one.
Fucking awesome, dude.
R-O-N-G.
So good, dude.
Speaking spells.
Yeah, speaking spells.
That was fun. We had some cool shit.
We did have some cool shit.
We had a lot of fun back in the day with our toys.
Did. And then if it wasn't at your house, which we didn't have a whole lot of everything, we had a little bit of this, that, and the other thing. It'd be friends' houses that would have them and be like, fuck yeah, let's play with this, whatever the fuck this is.
But I also feel like the most innovative toy when I was a kid was at-home trampolines. That was the biggest thing. If you had a trampoline.
That is the first trampoline we owned, and that was when we moved in.
You didn't have one when you were a kid? We lived on the trampoline.
Yeah, no.
Hours of jumping, then we would sleep on it, then we'd put the hose on it, then we lived on that trampoline. It was what are we going to do? Jump on the trampoline. Yeah, so probably great workout.
We did, Hot Wheels, we had a little dirt patch on the side of our house, and we would build roads in the dirt.
Oh, of course you would do that. That's
fucking,
adorable.
Full-on cities in the dirt. We build a little fucking mud hut.
And that's what I was doing with my little people. But I was just not, I wasn't doing roads. I was more we're going here, we're going here. It's imagination's all the same thing.
Oh, yeah, for
sure.
And
plus, your imagination is never limited. But
fucking memory unlocked.
What?
You mentioned fucking steamer trunk.
Yeah.
When we moved to Glendale, we had this 10-car garage on the backside of the property because it was not condos but townhomes. And in the back there was a steamer trunk back there. And I remember me and my brother fucking messing with it one day, and we were sitting in it pretending it was like a jet or something. And my dad put a fucking fake steering wheel inside of it, put fake wings on the side of it.
Cute.
He turned into a fucking little jet. I remember that. Holy shit.
But also, that just reminded me the number one toy that everybody loves.
What's that?
Boxes.
Boxes.
Fucking boxes.
To this fucking very day, Liam asked, "Can I have this box?"
It's so much fun, and it's there's endless possibilities. We could be a rocket ship, we could be a boat, we could be a pirate ship,
or make a helmet. He just made
make a helmet.
He made a face mask cat-looking helmet out of his.
And you can color it, and you can cut it, and it's nobody. I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's a box.
Yeah.
That's the number one toy.
We built some pretty cool fucking
Cats love them
box
too.
forts. Oh. Cats would rather the fucking box than the toy you got them.
Oh no, they don't want the toy.
No,
they want the box. Cats want to sleep in the box.
Yeah.
Same with the kids though. They always say that on Christmas, like, oh,
They'd
you know,
rather
they
play
just
with
want
a
the big box.
Big box, yeah.
Yeah, just get your kids a big box. They'll be fine.
Fuck yeah, dude. Box. So my mother-in-law did that one year. She bought them a stack of fucking Lowe's boxes and a few rolls of duct tape
and
a bunch of markers and said, "Here's your fucking have fun." Yeah. And
that's pretty
dope.
They
did. They built a big old fort in the living room here.
See, that's fun though. It's I don't know what you do after it. I mean, how
it
long
lasted
does the
for
fort
about
get to
a
live?
month. They put pillows in there. They had a portable speaker in there. They had a fan cut out. They cut out a fan in there.
Oh yeah.
So they would just play games in there.
That's another thing. Forts, like just building a fort.
Yeah.
It's just you get a sheet, you get a bed, you get some chairs,
whatever it is,
and you just let your imagination go crazy.
We didn't have anything fancy like a fucking treehouse or anything like that growing up. But yeah, we would build forts.
But blanket fort.
Yeah,
we went blanket fort. Anything that we could stand up 2 chairs and put a blanket
Cushions
over.
from the fucking couch and
and then you add on more stuff and then you turn it into a whole mansion and you're like you work so hard and then your mom's like take it down.
Take it down. You're like, oh yeah.
My fort.
Yeah.
That's my home. I built it.
I remember that shit.
So many great.
Honestly, so many good memories.
So many good memories.
Like I'm trying to think if I missed something. Like I know I'm missing something.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. What do we miss? Like what do we miss? What are we missing?
What was your favorite toy from childhood?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Send a picture.
And what year?
Yeah.
I want to know what year. Like,
yeah.
Were you playing with GI Joes in the 80s or were you playing GI Joes in the 2000s?
Exactly.
I'm fucking curious.
We want to know. Oh, Army Men.
Oh, the little fucking army men. And the little dinosaurs.
Everyone had army men and dinosaurs. Just for
just
like that was a staple.
Random stupid fucking toy that you're like, why the fuck do I want this? And then you get into it, you're like, oh.
You're like, oh, well, because he's over here. Well, we used to put him. We used to put our Lincoln log. We'd put one here and put the long one. Then you put the soldier guy over here, and then you hit that end, and then he flew.
Launch him up. We
launch over walls.
For the kids, we had that stupid fucking Elf on a Shelf. That motherfucker's bane of my goddamn existence.
He don't live in my fucking house.
We don't play that shit. He's gone. He died. I don't
play that game.
He died 2 years ago.
No, well, good.
Yeah, he literally got time for that. Got murdered. Anyway, one of the things we did was we taped him to the fucking wall, and we had a bunch of army men fucking pointing guns at him. It's fucking funny. Anyway, just reminded me that.
I the little elf, how cute. I mean, I don't knock anyone who does it. I think it's fucking cool that you do it. I just know that I can't do it. Me myself, I can't.
Try to give it to my sister for her son. And she's like, no, I don't want it. No, I don't want it. No, I don't want it.
Knows better. It's a lot of work.
She's fucking smart. Don't do it. If you haven't started, don't.
It's hard. My kids have asked, and I'm like, no. I mean, but there's families that do multiple. I'm like, dang, you go, girl.
No, I think the adult ones. I think those are fucking hilarious.
What, there's an adult Elf on the Shelf?
Well, the things that people do with it, that's adults.
Oh, got it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's not intended for children.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say, like, what am I missing out on?
There's so many good things. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
You do? Okay, good.
And, of course, the number one toy of all time, in the summertime, the hose.
The hose.
The hose. The hose. Always the hose. So easy. Oh, also, shout out to the little tables in pizza boxes.
Oh,
because all of my dolls had
little tables.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little standoffs.
The little ones that keep it from smashing down. I'm like, why do they put these doll tables in here?
Exactly. They don't do that anymore.
We've gotten some.
From where?
I don't know. Pizza places.
Recently?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, I haven't got any. The last few pizzas that we've ordered. I mean, maybe because they're only like a large.
They're all smashed down in the middle.
Maybe because they're only a large, not the great big fucking massive boxes.
Maybe we need like 4 of them in the big
ones. See the pizzas that are fucking 54 inches in diameter. Those are fucking nuts.
Those are nuts.
Yeah, there's one in the valley that does it here.
I would get through about 3 bites and be like,
I'm done, dude. It'd have to be for a party. I mean, they're like $300 too. They're not cheap, yeah.
Gosh, $300 for a pizza.
For a pizza, dude.
That's too much pizza for me.
Too much, dude.
We used to go up to the top of like a dirt hill with our wagon, and then we'd sit in it, and then you hold the little handle like you're kind of steering, but
like
you're not.
Like a radio flyer?
Yeah, like a radio flyer.
Fuck.
And you go down the hill, and you just. That was fun.
Good times, dude.
Yeah, it was good times.
I made a fucking. When I was a kid, I was probably fucking 9, 10 years old. Like, cool, I got this old skateboard. I'm going to turn it into a snowboard, but I'm going to ride it on the fucking dirt.
It worked out. We're good, right?
I got a nail in my ass.
Oh, my God.
Like, right on the side of my fucking
Okay, well, that's not the board's fault.
No, it was my stupidity. I used a nail first of all, because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
You put this nail in there?
Oh, I took an old bike tube.
I thought you fell on a nail.
No, I took the trucks off the fucking skateboard. I took an old bicycle tube and I nailed the bicycle tube on there to be my straps to strap my feet into this board. It's a really fucking good idea. We didn't have anybody watching us, remember?
I know.
We just did whatever the fuck we thought was interesting. And I'm not dead, so.
And you're not dead, but the only way to learn, that's why I always tell my kids, I'm like, you guys have to be bored. They're like, why do I have to be bored? I said, the only way to like learn and excel is like, you had to mess up to now know how you got to do it better next time, right? You got to have that trial and error.
Yeah.
You have to have that. And it's like, you're going to have that when you're a kid. That's the whole point.
I'm going to say yes and no. So one of the bored things, I'm staring at this fucking stereo right here, right? One of the bored things I did when I was a fucking kid, I was maybe like fucking 10 years old.
Yeah.
My dad had stereo similar to that. I decided I'm going to fucking gut it. What's inside? What makes it fucking work? So I took the whole fucking thing apart.
That's kind of cool.
Then I put it back together and it worked just fine. But I think my mom had saw me and told my dad. That was the end of it.
And that was the end of it. I honestly though, if my kid was
It was a bad time after that, let me tell you.
Wow. If my kid did anything like that, I'd be so impressed. I'd be like, yeah, dude, you took it apart and put it back together.
And
That's
it worked.
impressive.
Yeah, there wasn't anything missing. I didn't have any leftover. I might have had leftover parts. I don't know.
Well,
but
I mean,
I don't remember. I honestly don't. But
and honestly, I'm not knocking our parents because literally, you raise your kids who live in the time that you know. Like, right, we're raising our kids right now to live in the world that we know right now.
Yeah.
But this world's not going to exist, I mean, even in 5 minutes. Like, everything's constantly changing, right? So you do the best you can to raise your kids in the environment that they are in.
Sure.
So, obviously, that's why there's so much... Every generation, it can be so determined or everything's so different because everything, you know... I guess you can put it into decade stance if you want to do, like, every 10 years, it kind of, like, really switches up. But really, it's constantly changing. But it's like, like, I don't know. Like, your dad, to him, he's probably spent a lot of money on this.
Oh, for sure.
Radio, and he doesn't want anything to happen to it because he can't afford to get another one.
Right.
But it's like, in reality, or when you think about, like, what that did for you was probably huge in the sense of, like, wow, did you feel some sort of confidence boost that you took something apart and put it back together? Like, did you feel accomplished in that moment?
I think so. I honestly don't remember, but I think so because I thought I could do that again with something else. And then being told that don't do it anymore, did that kind of defer you or it didn't matter? No, it didn't matter because I've taken a lot of things apart. You're like, I'm still going to be doing it good. I've gutted cars. I've done a lot of things. I'm glad that didn't. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't like defer you from like continuing to do it. Because I think like I took like auto shop at school in high school. Yeah, so that's what kind of helped me more like have the love of fucking cars, knowing what I needed to do because even though I think my dad tried to teach me how to do things like that, I wasn't interested. It's hard. It's hard for him teaching me. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't a very good teacher. He was a good dad. Yeah. But he wasn't a great teacher. No, like, it's honestly even with my kids, it's like sometimes they need a coach or somebody like I'll tell them it and they know it's just because mom said it. It's mom said it. Mom said it, so mom. But if but if a stranger told you. Yeah, for real though. If a stranger said it to you, it'd be like, whoa, of course. That's awesome. Yeah. Wow, I didn't know that. But it's nice to like I get that. Like I probably wouldn't be able to coach my kids' team. I could coach a kid's team, but not my kids' team because I don't know if they would listen to me like how everybody else would. Like, you're going to listen to your coach before you listen to your mom because that's just how it is. That's how kids' brains work. And plus, they hear us all the time. Yeah. So they don't want to hear us telling us more what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Don't do it this way, do it that way. They're like, Mom, stop. Well... Let me tell you from experience. Let me tell you. Yeah. I know we know better, but they don't know that we know. But I didn't know that my mom knew, and it's just this cycle that continues on forever. I suppose so. Yeah, I try to teach the kids as much as I possibly can to a certain degree. But I feel like I'm still that whole mentality of Gen X, right? I won't ask for help because I feel like I'm putting people out. I do the same with the kids until the kids come out. Hey, do you need help? No, not really. I think I got this. And then they go back inside. Where in all actuality, I probably could use their help. And I probably could fucking teach them something at that moment. Time, my brain is like, no, I think I've got this. Yeah. I can do it myself. And I probably shouldn't. Well, I really shouldn't. It's weird because I feel like I'm the same way. I will never ask for help. Right. Or if I ask for help and there's any sort of like, I'm like, I got it. I'll do it on my own. And I will sit there and do it on my own. In your mind, it's easier to do it on your own than one, putting somebody else out. Two, having somebody else fuck something up in your mind. But I was going to say, not even fuck it up, but like, or having just like kind of a negative feeling about it. It's like, hey, we got to move this washing machine. It's like, it's not going to be fun, but let's keep it positive. But I feel like as soon as somebody says like, if I say, hey, I'm going to move this here from here, and they're like, that's not going to work. It's like, Then that's
just
it.
out. You need to go. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know it's going to work. I got it down.
Yeah.
You can leave. I'll do it.
I was already going to do this. I didn't need your help in the first place.
Exactly.
See ya.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, so I'm not trying. So yeah, that may be kind of like a toxic-y trait, but that's just what it's just, I don't know, some people think like that.
I think it's another one of those fucking shitty generational things.
Dang it. Mark it off the list.
Do it on your own. Do it on your own.
For our, instead of underrated, overrated movies, do we do underrated, overrated generational drama? I'm just kidding.
Oh, fuck. Dude, that could be a show in itself.
Of course it could.
Jesus Christ.
I could be the fucking star.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be.
I think we could do a 2-hour episode. We should do a live on that. No, I'm kidding.
We could.
Oh, fuck. So that's another thing, too. We've been contemplating on doing a live for the longest time.
Yeah, we've been talking about it a lot.
The only issue I have with lives is a lot of the times, I'm not saying this is with every TikTok live event that's out there or YouTube or anything like that. It's a lot of people just reading comments and then that's it. They're not really doing a whole lot. What should we do a live doing? Should we be playing a board game?
Oh, you're saying the people doing the live are reading the comments.
Right.
Got it.
And that's all they're doing is like,
oh no, we could do better than that.
I'm like,
no, we can do better than that. But we could do something and read the comments. We definitely want people to. We want to see what people are saying.
Oh, absolutely. I want to see that. I don't want to not respond.
Exactly. We want to do
but
two
I want to
in one.
be doing something.
We want to be doing something
either
and
a board game or something.
Oh, I do board game all day.
Yeah, board game or
I could
trivia.
Do that. I could do trivia
fucking
all day.
90s 2000 trivia.
Yes.
That would be fucking fun.
And they have them with like little cards, and then you just read the card.
We have an 80s one.
Oh, I won't win that one.
No.
I'll try.
I looked at it, but it's super random.
We gotta throw 90s in there for me.
It goes from sport. No, we need 90s and 2000s.
But that'd be fun to do it live because we could. I don't know. We could do it. Do you guys want to watch us live? I don't know.
I don't know.
I would.
I mean, yeah.
I would tune in.
I would watch us.
I think it would be fun. I would watch us.
I'd watch us in a heartbeat.
Instead of underrated, overrated movies, let's do underrated, overrated toys.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so what's an overrated toy in your opinion?
Overrated toy.
And it could be from
easy. Simon.
What's that? Oh, that like beep boop beep.
Fucking hated
beep,
that
boop,
thing.
Beep,
I was
boop,
good
bop.
at it, but I like it's kind of like the Bop It from today, right?
Bop It.
I'll beat the shit
Bop
out of
It
that
Extreme?
thing.
Oh, I was spinning it, flicking it, bopping it like.
Over fucking rated in my fucking.
I liked Bop It, but Simon, like after 3 times, I'm like. Man.
You're like smooth brain kicked in. I'm done.
It was like if there's nothing else to do, and then even after that, I was like, no, I still don't want to play it. No, that's a great one.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one was fucking.
What toys?
Overrated. What's an underrated toy? What's a toy that you played with and no one else wanted to play with? You're like, I really want to play with this, but everybody else is like, it's just fucking lame.
Everyone's like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
Mine was probably Skip It. I loved playing Skip It, and nobody wanted to play Skip It with me.
Skip. I do
Did
remember
you have that?
No, I remember
it. Was like the little ball,
that little
and
thing
like,
that wrapped. Yeah,
I was like a pro Skip It
had a
person.
ring around your ankle.
And yeah, no one else wanted to skip it with me, but I thought I was. Yeah. I thought it was. What's your favorite playground game? That's a fun one, right? Like, what do you like to do on the? Were you the tetherball court? Were you in the handball court? Were you jump roping? Because John wasn't. Were you doing hula hoop?
I played a lot of tag.
Soccer, tag?
We played elementary school.
Yeah.
We played a lot of tag.
You were tag. I used to go to the jump rope. So I would say, like, it was handball or jump rope.
Yeah, it was tag. It was a lot of tag.
Like freeze tag? Or
just
run around tag?
Run and fucking don't get tagged.
We used to play, we used to do a variation of tag where it's like one person was Barney. You guys remember Barney? And he'd have to walk.
The purple motherfucker?
Yes, the purple motherfucker. We love Barney. We stand him. So you would walk around and go, I love you, you love me. You'd have to go slow motion, and then it was freeze tag, and then you would like tag the person. We were creative. We used our imaginations.
Yes.
It almost it's kind of like a Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Like your cartoon person that you love is coming and capturing you. That's just how it goes. It was fun. Toys are fun.
Toys are fun.
And games are fun. Imagination is cool.
Use your imagination, kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Fantastic.
Use your imagination and have a good time. No matter what.
Sure.
No matter what age you are, play toys. Toys are fun.
Fuck yeah. Play toys.
We love toys.
Fucking Minecraft Lego is fucking gone forever in the black hole of the desk. Anyways, I really do hope you guys enjoyed this episode here.
Me too.
Because I think it was a lot of fucking fun.
It's always a lot of fun.
It really is always a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this.
And thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Every last one of you. All 5.
I know. I love it. I love that. I love our core audience that we are creating.
Yeah.
And thank you for always being here. You guys are the best.
Always. Absolutely. And if you guys did if you guys could hit that little like button down below and follow along by either hitting the follow or subscribe or whatever social media app that you happen to be on.
That's right. And don't forget to backhand that notification bell if you're on YouTube.
Just
Beep,
bop.
bop. Beep,
Exactly.
bop, bitch.
And till the next one.
That's it.
That's
Bye.
it. See ya.
Okay. Warm up. Improv. Blah, 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 beep, beep, blah, 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 beep, 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 boop. High energy, toys. That's what we're doing, toys.